Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shannon Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology, and instructional coach for my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin, and I'm really excited for this episode. It was so easy, I don't know. It's just like I was worried I was gonna slam the basketball. I was going for a dunk and I was gonna hit the rim and then bounce back. Yeah,
nice.
That's how easy it was.
It wasn't easy. It was a pun waiting to happen.
It was a layup.
Yes. Hi.
Hello. How are you? Happy New Year.
Good. Happy 2022.
Yes. 2020 also.
2020 again.
Yes. 2022. We're here. We are rolling. We've got some great stuff for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful.
We're in episode 108.
108.
Which to me is always craziness. And it's always not the end of season. It's always mid-season, but it's the anniversary of when we started this whole podcast thing happening.
That's right.
Because it was the first of the year.
Yeah.
A few years ago. So that's kind of fun.
Yep.
And yeah, are you excited for today's episode?
I cannot contain my excitement.
Yeah. New year.
New you.
New, not really. Same old. But while I was gathering information for my unit that I am currently teaching with my students, I ran across a new exciting website.
Oh my goodness, this is...
So, the website...
Who does the puns around here?
Right?
Yeah.
The website, not the ed site. The website. The website is edsitement, SITEMENT.NEH.gov.
Yes.
Okay. So edsitement.NEH.gov.
So that means it's a part of the National Endowment for the Humanities, right?
Correct. Yes, that's where that comes from. And it's a .gov site. And what's funny is, so I was putting together, I am currently teaching about immigration with my 8th grade social studies class.
Yep.
And we go through the history, we go through all kinds of stuff. And I was just kind of looking for some new resources to see what I could kind of dig out or, add to my collection of things that I've used over time. Mm-hmm. And I ran into this, and Edsitement it's the best of humanities on the web. So it's a collection of all kinds of resources that we're going to talk about. And what's funny is I was typing in immigration and through history or whatever, and then these resources all came up. So then I kind of backtracked to the homepage of the site, and lo and behold, here is a collection for every grade level for every class I could possibly be taught. So I want to walk you guys through the site because holy cow, this was kind of a fun little collection of information that I didn't know existed, and I want to share it with you. So, Edsitement, again, it's a .gov site, and it's collections of humanities information. And what's cool about this, it covers a lot of Native American stuff. It covers everything: art, music, all kinds of stuff, along with history. If you click on lesson plans...
Does it do podcasts? Just kidding.
I don't even know. Probably. I mean, there's media resources, so we'll get there. So if you go to the lesson plans link, which is across the top, so lesson plans, teacher guides, media sources, go to lesson plans, and then you can decide if you want to sort by grade range. So they have K5, K12, and then you got just straight middle school, 6-8, or 6-12, or 9-12. So you pick your category, your age category. To me, that would be a place to start. You can definitely sort by topic too. But here, if you pick 6-8, which is where I found my stuff, they have examining utopia versus dystopia in The Giver. Oh, one of my favorite books ever when I taught ELA. Love The Giver. They go through there's a whole lesson already put together, and it goes through all kinds of cool things. There's guiding questions and learning objectives, and then they lay it all out for you, and they have media that links to it. They talk about George Washington. They go through Hopi traditional dance and song, and they have just like these huge collections of information and cool, like, so stories. So Scrooge, as he's revealed during the ghostly experiences, like, it ties back to Christmas Carol. And then you have just, loads and loads of information. Okay, so you can sort by age range, or you can choose to sort by your topic. So if you go under arts and culture, so in the same section for lesson plans, they'll lay it out for you: history, music, painting, performance. History and social studies, where I found a bunch of my stuff. Broken down: civics, geography, sociology, U.S. history, world history, and then you'll find literature and language arts. So then it will break it down by fiction, reading, speaking, writing, listening. So all of these different like categories, you pick one. So let's go with geography. And then once you're there, you can close out of the things you don't want to look at. So if I don't want to look at like literature, I can close out of that. If I just want to focus on 6-8 geography, I can little eggs out of all of those things. And then, here we go. We're going to talk about trekking to Timbuktu. Then they have like all kinds of different things. Like those are different sections, like student versions, teacher versions of these different adventures. And then they have like mapping the past, and it talks about mapping, and then guiding questions, again, learning objectives, content standards, activities that go with each one. And then when you click on activities, it'll break it down, like, go through this information. Here's your lesson. Here's a video that goes with it. Here's the PBS news clips that go with it. Like, There is so much, and it's already done for you. Hooray!
Here are the standards that it meets.
Right. So what the best thing is, like, in these lesson plans, they give you, real information. They give you all the plans that you need for it, and they link the media to it, and they give you the guiding questions. Like, they set you up for success, which is awesome, because if you're looking to add new stuff into your curriculum, or if you are like, I was kind of stuck and using the same stuff all the time and just kind of jazz up what I've already used, it was a great resource. Or if you're starting from scratch, or what I keep finding is a lot of my educator friends from different areas keep getting thrown in like, hey, I know you're a language arts teacher, but can you teach this one social studies class? Or, hey, can you teach an enrichment class that supports like culture? Or, hey, can you do this? And so everyone keeps getting more things on their plate. And this is such a cool site that can support educators with like lesson plans and stuff that are well done. Like there's a lot of kind of beefy, I guess. There's a lot of information in them.
Yeah.
And you can pick and choose what you want, but it's all very nicely organized. If you continue across the top, so that's all in lesson plans. And mind you, I searched lesson plans 6-8 under geography, and there are like a ridiculous amount of lesson plans to look at. So if you sort by like 9-12, if you sort them all, there's over like 500 lesson plans, and then it breaks it down like 100, 150. So anyway, across the top, teacher guides. So then here it's broken down by like general topics in your teacher guides. So like environmental humanities, landmarks of American history and culture. So they're kind of broader topic areas. And then there's guided questions and articles and things like that. So it's more of a broad way to look at it. Not Broadway, but a larger span.
Yes.
And those you could also drop directly into your Google Classroom. What?
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
So when you go into the teacher guides, you'll see along the left-hand side,
like the share buttons, right?
Kinda. You can link it to your Twitter account, you can link it to Facebook, or you can drop it into your Google Classroom.
That's cool.
And then you can put all of that information there, which is, to me, my favorite thing ever. When I can be like, oh, Google Classroom, click, that way I don't have to cut and copy and move things and all kinds of stuff. So teacher guides, lots of great discussion and setup, which is fantastic. And then the last category, so the third one over on the right-hand side, you'll see media resources. So if you are just looking for video or audio resources and you don't need a full lesson plan, this would be the place to go. So like Constitution Day, they've got a video, sets it all up, which is awesome. Again, they still have the search on the side so you can pick your topic. So if I'm looking for civics media resources, I can find them. like Supreme Court Historical Society, like what's going on there. The history of women in politics. They have a whole audio thing on that. Thurgood Marshall before court. So there's just all kinds of great resources, both video and audio. So you can search again by grade and by content just for media if you don't want all the lesson plan stuff. So that is available to you as well. So again, there's just so many different cool resources. And if you go to the very far side, you'll see like a little hamburger with 3 lines.
Yep.
And there you can also find more resources. So like student activities, more specific readings or commentary on things, American landmarks. So there's even a breakdown of more or highlighted content topics in that section. Yeah. So there's like extra stuff. So really, Edsitement is edsiting.
Oh, we did it.
It's just so many cool resources. And as a teacher, I just think as a social studies teacher, as a reading teacher, a language arts teacher, and then also like enrichment, I feel like we're always building bits and pieces of this in. Like there's just so many cool resources and very easily organized and quick to find what you need.
Sure, certainly.
So, yeah.
Seems like a good repository of information.
Yep, and I always appreciate when they have things like this. Like K5 doesn't feel super K5-ish. Right. I don't know. It's not like overly cutesy, or you can go into the site with younger students, pull information for them, and older kids, like the 912 version is definitely like 912. Like it's well organized and very helpful. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm happy to share that one because I used it this week and I found it useful. And now I've shared it with like everybody. So everybody can use it.
You were very
exciting.
I just don't even want to do it. I think it's too easy for me. It's a crutch.
It's okay.
But I love it. I love every minute of it. Can't get enough.
Well, yay.
Yes. So Edsitement, the best of humanities on the web, edsitement.nih.gov. So edsitement.nih.gov.
Yay.
Yay.
Here's to 2022.
Yes.
It's going to be a good one. Hooray. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at smartnwi. And if you want to get more information and the links to the technology discussed in this episode, visit smartnwi.com. Check out that good old EdTech Directory and maybe some past episodes if you're looking for more information. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartnwi or visit smartnwi.com and click on the purple coffee cup. Yay! Cheers. Your donations help keep this show going. New episodes each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smart NWI website are those of the author, Shanna Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed on this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we sure hope they do. Thanks for listening.